In health news tonight, a controversial experimental treatment for type 1 diabetes that seems to have cured a handful of patients outside the U.S. At least that's what they're reporting. But doctors here at home are looking at these developments with great caution. Our report from our chief science correspondent, Robert Bazell.
It is highly experimental and potentially very dangerous, but it could make a big impact on type 1 or juvenile diabetes.
How's the sample looking?
Dr. Richard Burt of Northwestern Feinberg Medical School chooses his words carefully.
I do not use the word cure.
But so far, 14 of 15 patients treated seem to be cured because they have not needed insulin shots for as long as 3 years.
It's an exciting result.
About 1 million Americans, including 7-year-old Sophie Elder, suffer type 1 diabetes. It is an autoimmune disease where the body's disease-fighting system goes haywire, destroying the cells that make insulin. In the treatment, the researchers actually knock out the patient's own immune system, putting them at high risk for infection. Then they coax the immune system to rebuild itself with adult stem cells from the patient's own blood.
A three-toed sloth.
Sophie wasn't in the experiment. No Americans were. The subjects were all diabetics in Brazil. Why Brazil?
There really was no interest or support in America.
Many experts say a big reason is that hospitals in this country would be very reluctant to give permission for such a potentially life-threatening experiment.
I worry a great deal that we are going to see people exporting dangerous types of research to nations where the regulatory review or the understanding of the subjects might not be the same as we get in the developed world.
Sophie Elder's mom, Suzanne, is very cautious about the research.
And I want you to
But she says there is no question Sophie would love to be free of her insulin shots and strict diet.
All I think Sophie really wants is just to be a regular kid.
And despite the controversies, if this early research continues to work well, it could someday help make that happen. Robert Bazell, NBC News, New York.